Once upon a time in a quiet valley town in America, there lived a 25-year-old man named Daniel. Daniel was bright, but his mind was always restless. He thought too much about his past mistakes and worried constantly about the future. His mind felt like a storm, loud, messy, and exhausting. He couldn't sleep well, couldn't focus, and had almost forgotten how to smile. One day, a neighbor told him about a wise old man who lived in a cabin deep in the mountains. People said this man had once been a respected psychologist in the city, but after retirement, he chose to live a simple life close to nature, sharing his wisdom with anyone who came to visit. Daniel felt a spark of hope. Maybe this old man could finally help him find peace. Without thinking twice, he packed a small bag and began his journey up the mountain. After 2 long days of walking, Daniel finally reached a little wooden cabin surrounded by pine trees. The air was cool and fresh. On the porch, the old man was sitting silently with his eyes closed, breathing calmly, as if the whole world was resting inside him. Daniel stepped closer and said, "Sir, my mind is restless. I feel trapped by my thoughts. Please teach me how to find peace." The old man slowly opened his eyes and smiled kindly. "So, you're searching for peace?" he said. "Then let me give you a small task." He went inside, came back with a glass of water filled to the very top and handed it to Daniel. "Walk from this cabin to the end of the village road, then return. But remember, don't spill a single drop." Daniel looked shocked. "That's it?" But he agreed. Holding the glass carefully, he walked slowly down the narrow path. Children played nearby, dogs barked, and villagers waved to him. But Daniel ignored everything. His eyes were fixed only on the glass of water. Step by step, breath by breath, he made it to the end of the road and back, without spilling even a drop. He proudly placed the glass on the porch. "I did it," he said with a smile. The old man nodded. "Good. But tell me, Daniel, while you were walking, did you notice the children laughing? Did you hear the birds singing or the breeze moving through the trees?" Daniel frowned. "No, I didn't notice any of that. I was only watching the glass." The old man leaned forward and said softly, "That, my boy, is the secret. When your mind stays in the present moment, focused only on what's in front of you, there is no room for regret from the past or fear of the future. In those moments, you are free." Daniel stood still, letting the words sink in. He realized that for the first time in years, his mind had been quiet. He hadn't been lost in the storm of thoughts. He had been here, present. The old man continued, "Peace is not something you find outside. It's something you create by choosing to live fully in this moment. The past is gone. The future is not yet here. But right now, you are alive. And that is enough." Daniel's eyes softened. He bowed his head. "Thank you, sir. I understand now. If I want to calm my mind, I must live in this moment." The old man smiled gently. The sun was setting behind the mountains, painting the sky in orange and gold. Birds were flying back to their nests. Daniel began his walk back home, but he was no longer the same restless young man. This time he noticed the children's laughter, the sound of the river, the cool breeze on his face. For the first time in years, he felt peace inside his heart, because now he knew the secret. Real peace comes when you choose to live in the present moment. So remember, no matter how busy or stressful life gets, take a breath, come back to the present, and remind yourself, this moment is enough. In the next story, we'll learn another lesson of life. Until then, stay calm, stay grateful, and keep moving forward.